I let go, I release, and I know I forgive, I receive, I can feel, I believe, I am healed, I am whole, I release, I know. No need to push, no need to try, no need to worry or question why. Surrender, let go, release, and know.
Welcome to the Brahma Kumaris, where a new world is opened up for you. From humble beginnings in India in 1936 to a global organization with over 8,000 centers in 110 countries and 1 million students worldwide. Through their tireless commitment, passionate heart, and determined spirit, the Brahma Kumaris arrived in America in 1974 and have since grown to 35 main centers throughout America. There are also 2 residential retreat centers, Peace Village, located in upstate New York, and Anabuti, located in Novato, California.
I want to just share a little bit about how the centers of Raj Yoga meditation began in United States. Actually, I was in Caribbean islands and I got invitation from New York that we want to start something about meditation. And it was in 1978 I came here and we rented a very small apartment in Astoria. And from there I found that a lot of people have interest. I realized that there is so much need, and from there onwards then centers started in many other states.
Our centers are safe spaces where you can explore the power of your inner world.
The classes are conducted in many homes, many cities all over across the United States. A lot of people, they learn meditation, they use it, that meditation at their workplace, in their family, and also I find that children, young adults, because they are so much into like what really is the life about.
The Brahma Kumaris are dedicated to personal and global transformation through the study and spiritual practice of Raj Yoga meditation. And at the heart of our teaching is the belief that the pathway to peace and happiness is to remember our original nature as spiritual beings connected to the One Source. In 1981, the organization received recognition as an international, non-governmental organization affiliated with the United Nations and accredited with general consultative status with the Economic and Social Council. From organizing large-scale global initiatives to local community programs, the Brahma Kumaris has a tradition of service in every field that fosters spiritual growth among individuals from all backgrounds, cultures, and walks of life.
I hold on to this vision, the world of love, world of peace and harmony, world which is free from conflict and sorrow, where we can live as brothers, one family, children of common parents, one supreme divine power.
This is your invitation to awaken and join us in creating a world of love, peace, and kindness. Om Shanti. Om Shanti, everyone. Welcome to Your Next Normal, The Next Normal. I'm your host, Sister Jenna, and I'm just really in a very introspective mood tonight. Our discussion is about the power of faith, and I'm just thinking a lot about how everybody is and how's been your faith factor so far in terms of your faith in the future, and what have you been seeing? This is a question I kept asking myself today, like, what are you seeing in the tomorrows? And I want to ask you to ponder on that question for yourself. When you sit in silence, or you sit in solitude, or you sit for meditation, or your head is laying on your pillow, or you're just having a nice, beautiful cup of tea in the mornings or in the afternoon, what are you seeing? What are you seeing with your third eye? That inner space behind your two eyes. What are you seeing in the soul? And what are you feeling? We're moving into the 6th month of all of this, and it looks like it's going to continue even longer. And Santosh and I in the family, and now we have another addition to the family, Brother Naveen, who Sister Gita has given a new name, the brother that cooks. Where's the brother that cooks? And we just had to smile, you know. We all get nicknames by Sister Gita, by the way. So we have a wonderful addition of this delightful, delightful young man who has come for a week or two to stay with us. It'd be my wish that he can stay forever. But of course, that's up to his karma. But, you know, what is your faith like right now? Faith in your future. And when it comes on to the whole energy of faith, like, you know, you hop into a plane and you have the faith that, you know, the plane's going to take you from one destination to another. But there's always a concern, you know, like, oh my gosh, with planes nowadays, you never know. But you don't know all the mechanics of the plane. You don't know every detail as to what goes into designing a plane and what goes into lifting up a plane and what goes into maintaining a plane in the air. But yet you choose to purchase a ticket, get on a metallic aircraft to take you from one destination to another, and you do it with faith, don't you? There's sort of like a knowing that you sense it's going to be okay. That's what faith is like. It's like you don't have all the details. You don't have all the information. All the pieces aren't together. But I have the faith. It's going to work out fine. One of the things I've loved about my life in the Brahma Kumaris and the whole entire community is, despite whatever is going on in or around us, the only thing we have control and the only thing we own is our relationship and connection to Baba. And we have full faith in that. That my heart belongs to Baba. And that the soul belongs to Baba. And everything else passes. It comes and it goes. But that our hearts, our beings, our light comes from Baba, goes back to Baba, lives with Baba. So how are you feeling? Put it in the comments list if you're on Facebook or in Twitter or anywhere, Vimeo or wherever you are in the world out there. You know, how are you feeling in terms of your faith factor in what you feel is happening around you and for you? You know, today I had a wonderful meeting with some of our guests from America Meditating Radio, and one of the guests, his father had committed suicide, and today is World Suicide Prevention Day. And the statistics are staggering. Suicide rate is 33% higher than it has been in the last decade. Why? Why? And I think that if we were to consider that we have faith, that we are souls, and that the soul never dies, I wonder if I'll ever get a call that I don't want to get, or if I'll hear a story or hear something about another beautiful child of God saying, I can't cope anymore, and they just check out. And we don't want that to ever happen to anyone after today, or even ever. But where is our faith? What do you have faith in? Even though you don't have all the details and all the facts, you have faith knowing 1 and 1 is 2, 2 and 2 is 4, the sun is hot, water can be cool or hot. When the air blows, you get oxygen. We have faith, but do we know all the mechanics behind it? Maybe not. Maybe not. So let's take a look and seeing if you all are willing to share a little bit about what's going on with you. And so, brain, you're feeling abundance. That's great. That's great. It's important to have that consciousness at least. But again, you know, faith has such a deep connection to the patterns of thinking and the areas of your belief systems. And I remembered when my father had a very tragic stroke. He was in Florida at the time, and unfortunately he was home alone. So apparently he was on the floor for about 4 or 5 hours, and he wasn't able to get to a phone. So as a result, his brain got damaged pretty severely. And being his only child, I had to go to the hospital to make a decision. Do I pull the cord or do I, continue to pray and keep going? But I remember when I was talking to my father, I knew I was talking to the soul, even though nothing about him moved. His hands, his legs, his eyes, nothing moved. He was just there, like just there. And I was talking to his soul. And I remember just telling him, you can fly away because this car isn't going to work anymore for you. And I remembered there was just this movement in his little finger, as if he was giving me some kind of a confirmation, like, help me fly. And I look back at that scene a lot and I wondered, what is my faith that I know for sure we are all souls and we will just fly away when it's our time, but that we carry all the good that we've done and also the not so good. And in the whole teachings of Raj Yoga, it is about forget doing anything not good anymore. Only do that which is good for the whole. And you will develop a kind of a faith as if the universe owes you something. It's like the universe owes you because you've done so much good. It has to look out for you. It has to have your back. And I think we're at that particular period in time where we are being asked to focus on as much good as possible, that we need to do as much good now in the world than ever before. So, you look at your element of how much do you offer in charity, how much do you speak kindly to the people that you live with, how much do you have well wishes for the people that you work with, live with, even for your government, how many of us actually send good wishes to both sides of the table in our government. How many of us are still able to love somebody that has given us tremendous amount of suffering and sorrow? And if we're able to do that, it's saying, I have faith that my good will be revealed. I have faith that my good will be my protection. No matter what I have to go through, I know that the soul will be protected. So I think this particular period of time has us looking at the power of faith and the power in faith. And with everything becoming just so much darker day by day, you have to have the faith that you are a soul, God is the supreme soul, I'm here to perform elevated and charitable karmas, and it feels like I'm being prepared to go home at a soul level, like we're being prepared to go home. How much longer are we going to stay like this and be sane and remain sane? How much longer could we find our happiness in such a state of mind? Especially when you hear so many of your brothers and sisters are suffering. How sane and happy can you remain? It wouldn't be that easy, right? So there's a saying, how do we find the strength in these times? So, Waivo, I want to thank you for joining us. It's lovely to have you. Waivo is saying on Facebook, she was thinking the other day about the frequency of consciousness. Everything is energy and frequency is always information, connection with consciousness. So does getting the virus says something about the state of consciousness. Of course, absolutely. It's interesting that the virus has impacted everyone across the globe. And Waivo, one of the things I felt that because we all struggle with an acronym I use all the time called ALGE, anger, lust, greed, attachment, and ego. I feel like that virus of that level of consciousness is what's being kind of revealed in the virus. And we're trying to find a way in how do we remove it. And I will say the way that I think we can remove it is through God's love. Definitely through God's love and God's peace and purity. And that's how we are going to overcome this until we really bring that energy of love down. I'm not quite sure how else we're going to cope. So Louise on YouTube is saying we have to have faith in God and trust in ourselves and not get too attached to the political and social iniquities and egoic illusions. Having faith that the soul is eternal and a better world is essential. Asmita says, I believe in Baba and I have faith that this phase too shall pass, and that He will guide the plane with you as our pilot, and we will reach our destination with baggage full of pearls and wisdom. And so sweet, Asmita, so poetic. Look at you. Huh? Got a little Rabindranath Tagore on our hands, everyone. Asmita. All right, Elizabeth Parker says, my faith is rooted in ba. That's how she spelled it. Everything is working out for my good, no matter what the external looks like. Very true, Elizabeth. Very true. Very true. So I wanted tonight to be a night of sort of deep inner reflection, and maybe because that's the place I was in, I was sharing with Santosh tonight. Oh, Santosh, I feel like just staying in silence tonight. I had a late, I'm not eating very much lately. I've been not having a very big appetite. And you know the brother who cooks, Sister Geeta's new name for Brother Naveen. So the brother who cooks, he's been cooking some delicious meals, and as much as I taste it, I go, oh my God, that's so delicious. I just don't have an appetite. So he came to me today and he goes, you know, he has this, he's kind of motherly. He's like a jolly mother. I don't know if you've ever seen an African mother. When they laugh, it's like their whole body shakes. I look at Naveen and sometimes I get this feeling like the jolly little African mama. So Naveen came to me today and he brought my juice to drink, and then he's been making juices, and he goes, he has a way of talking, you know, he's from Hyderabad. Whenever he and Santosh are together, I've lost Santosh. I don't know where Santosh goes. He's like, and they speak their Hyderabad Telugu, and I go, I've never seen Santosh like this. He's like, and then he goes into another mood, right, everyone? But anyway, today he says, you know, you should eat, no? I mean, this is how he's talking. You know, you should eat. And I said, you know what I've noticed about my personality is that when I'm very, very happy, for some weird reason, I don't eat. Oh, now I'm going to kind of talk a little bit additionally than what he said. Then maybe you shouldn't be so happy, but you should eat, you know? That may be what he would say to me if he had to. But I was just checking myself, and Santosh was looking at me. You know how the brothers look at their big mama with love, like, you should eat, you know, you're getting a little skinny. In Indian culture, it's not to your advantage to be a skinny woman. In Indian culture, you're supposed to be moto, you know, like really like big and look like you're healthy and rich. And when they look at you, they go, you're looking a little weak. I go, don't ever say that to me. Because it's a different language from Indian culture to American culture. But as a Westerner, you're like, oh my God, if you look skinny and slim, right on. You know, it's just perfect. I just love life. Everything is just so different. Anyway, long story short, I have the faith that sometimes you go through different phases in life, and right now the phase that I'm in is I'm feeling so pulled in to spend more time with Baba and to invite the brother who cooks and Santosh who goes Aragda now, because you know he's now new. I have a new brother, by the way. Santosh has become a new version of a new brother for me. That we can all spend more time in meditation together, because I know that when we all sit collectively in God's remembrance, there is a vibration and a power that spreads far and wide. And I get this very deep, deep feeling that the world is going to need our good wishes and our silence power. Today I spoke with our regional director of Africa in Kenya, and she began this wonderful initiative called the Godly Bank. And what the Godly Bank is doing is that they've opened up their center, and they have these different departments where each department you go to, you have a specific purpose. So like a loan department would be anybody who is being, you know, mentally unwell, we send them good wishes. There'll be a department of wanting to purchase a property or something, right? So then it'll be, well, to what extent are you going to put up certain qualities or virtues that can be a down payment for the property? And I just thought it was such a good idea. And they have now officially done over 1,000 hours of yoga. I mean, so many hours of very deep yoga. And I thought maybe that's why the continent of Africa became so rich in minerals, that they're putting in so much vibrations now into the land to restore the soil and the earth and the energy of the land of Africa. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, I have the faith that if there are a group of citizens on any land that continue to maintain the purest wishes and the purest of intent for the people of that land, it has to flourish. It has to flourish. And that's what I want for us in the United States of America, and wherever you are, whether you're in the Netherlands, in the UK, in Trinidad and Tobago, in Peru, in India, in Thailand, in the Philippines, wherever you might be watching us, please put those vibrations in the land of your good wishes and pure feelings, and have the faith knowing that somebody's going to be touched, someone's going to be moved. So let's practice some silence, and let's allow the silence to heal for a little bit. And let's take this next half hour to really go into really deep meditation together. And I'll see you shortly.
In the world today, there are so many crises, so many sorrows, so many disappointments, a great deal of imbalance, a great deal of disease, emotionally, mentally, physically. And it seems that everything needs a healing touch. And where do we begin to heal ourselves? We begin to heal ourselves by the way we think, and also the attitudes that we hold towards ourselves and towards life. And so in this meditation commentary on healing, we will look at the medicines that we need in order to heal the pain, the bitterness, the loneliness, whatever it is that we are feeling. And true healing begins in silence, and true healing begins from within. Silence heals. In the next few moments, let me sit in a relaxed position. Let me breathe deeply. Let me become free from other thoughts and begin to understand what it is that I want to be healed of. Whatever medicine I may need, let me understand that it is within me. If I feel bitterness and resentment because of the past, because of what people have said or done, and I don't want to carry this resentment anymore, it has become a burden. It has interfered with my happiness. Then let me use the medicine of forgiveness. Let me forgive myself. Let me forgive others of the past. Let me learn from the past, but also let me forget the past. 3 words: learn, forgive, and forget. Let me be generous towards myself and towards others. And gradually, as I see the value of forgiveness, I become lighter. The disease of anger and irritation. How often do I become angry with others or even with myself? Why do I have this anger, this irritation, this lack of patience? Because someone doesn't fulfill my expectations. They are not doing this. They should be doing that. I must let go. And in the place of anger and irritation, let me use patience and acceptance. When I am patient, then there will be cooperation from others. When there is acceptance of difference, then there will be harmony in relationships. Let me keep putting this thought in my mind that today, let me practice patience and acceptance. To heal hopelessness and loneliness. Life is often full of disappointments, and it's difficult to trust life again. But the great medicine of faith and optimism allow me to go beyond these barriers. Faith in myself, faith in life will bring a positivity of vision and optimism. When I am optimistic, I make difficult things easy. I make big things small and therefore manageable. Faith comes when I love myself. Faith doesn't mean that I analyze and have to understand every detail. Faith means that there is an inner knowing. I know that if I try for the best, for the positive, it will work. It may take its time, but it will work. I become lonely when I lose communication with myself and with others. When I have the fear to trust and involve myself again. Loneliness brings isolation. Loneliness makes me concentrate on what's wrong with life. Loneliness makes me live too much in my own world. And to overcome loneliness, let me use the medicine of tolerance. Let me use the medicine of openness. It's like a bud. When it opens to the sunlight, a very beautiful flower is revealed. In the same way, with trust, as I open myself to life, as I have the courage to try again, even if there have been disappointments, this courage to try will enable me to communicate with freshness, with newness. And gradually understand, I am not alone. I belong to myself, and I belong to the human family. And with this sense of belonging, there is inner security and renewed faith. Healing begins not only with using these medicines, but also with using determined and positive thoughts. I am positive. I am peaceful. I am a forgiving person. I am a patient person. Let me repeat these thoughts to myself, believing them and using them.
Stay in the place where you are so that your faith can get optimized. There has to come a point in time in our lives that we have the firm faith that when we create a train of thoughts that are genuine and true and are connected to the original nature of the self. The original nature of the self. Do you remember who that person is inside of you? Do you remember who you really are? That powerhouse, that pure being, that embodiment of love, the kind of soul who has a wish and it comes true immediately because your whole energy is so purely motivated. You don't think something you're not intending to fulfill or become. That's the level of effort that we can make now. And I think that when we look at faith, you don't always need to go too much into the details, but just trust that once you buy your ticket to step inwards and to believe in your goodness and your power, that's the biggest thing. That's it. So let's go again, a little bit more of Brother Anthony Strano, and let's sink deeper and get our grips into faith and what faith means, and let's come out more realized. Take a deep breath.
Sometimes we find it very difficult to keep a balance because so many things come not only to distract us, but also to throw us off balance. A surprise, a shock, something negative that we didn't expect. And this becomes more and more every day. And when we are thrown off balance, then we lose our peace, we lose our sense of direction. And how do we get back on track? I have to start to understand that when I am secure within myself, and when I have an understanding of what balance means, then I can quickly put myself on the right track again. And as I become stronger, I will not be thrown off the right track anymore. Keeping balance creates maturity and creates a sense in the understanding that I'm able to deal with difficulties and obstacles, not in a way that is reactive and over-emotional, but in a way that is accepting, in a way that it is appropriate to the person and situation. An imbalanced mind acts very illogically. So to return to balance means that I start to realize that actually all things have their limit, even good things. Let me not go to any extremes, because when I go to extremes, they work against me. For example, patience is a great power. But if I keep being patient and patient and patient, very gradually that devolves into becoming passive and even apathetic. The same way with determination. In determination, I have an aim, I have a focus, and it helps me go beyond all distractions and all obstacles. But if that determination is not balanced with flexibility or with patience, then it starts to become stubbornness. I start to become tense. I start to become over-focused. And when people are stubborn, then they start to become insensitive to the needs of the people around them. So to keep balance, it means that I have opposite positives together. Determination plus patience and flexibility. Another balance is love and detachment. We need to be loving, to be accepting, to be respectful. We need, of course, to show mercy towards others. But for example, if there's too much mercy, what will happen? Then others start to become dependent on me. And when they become dependent on me, then they lose their own freedom. They cannot stand on their own feet. And if I give the wrong type of love, it starts to become possessiveness. And in that possessiveness, the other person loses their freedom. A characteristic of pure love is freedom. It allows the other to be free. So love needs to be balanced with detachment. Sometimes people don't understand detachment. They think it's something negative. But detachment is a very, very positive quality. Another word for detachment could be respectful space. If there's not detachment, if we don't respect the space in between, then there's the danger of getting stuck. And when we get stuck, nothing moves. Even good things do not move. Another balance is the balance of silence and action. I need silence to recharge myself, to renew myself, to relax. I need to go inward from time to time. But if I stay inward and I never come out, then I am lost in myself. I can become selfish, self-centered, lost in my own thoughts and my own ideas. True silence means to come out, to balance my inner world with my outer world. When I find peace in silence, when I find happiness in silence, when I find trust, truth in silence, then I share that with others. And to share, I must come into actions. Silence will always create quality in actions. In the same way, if I am lost in actions and never stop and reflect on what I am doing and why I'm doing it, then those actions will simply overtake my mind, and I'll just be doing and doing and doing like a machine. To keep the balance of different positive things at the same time will keep me healthy and make me truly functional and effective in life and in relationships.
So,
Letting go of fear.
when there's faith, there'll be a sense of security, and there'll definitely be a balance as well. You can somehow maneuver things through even if they don't go right. You kind of have the faith in you. All of us have a different level or different area of faith. Some of us have the faith that we are solutionaries. You know, we will always come up with a solution. Doesn't necessarily mean that's how we want to be our whole lives. We want things to work effectively, but some of us have the faith that we have to be that for the sake of the continuation of the story. And some of us have faith in the way that we cook. Some of us have faith in the way that we speak. Some of us have faith in our talent of a sport. Some of us have faith in the way we cook. Some of us have faith in the way we walk down the runway and model a particular dress or outfit. Some of us have the faith that, you know, this is how you perform when you're in a studio acting in a television or a movie show. I don't know how many of you have ever been on a set and how clinical it is and mechanical it is. And it always surprises me how when we watch that movie or that television show, it comes out looking so flawless. I'm floored by that idea. Like, how could something that I see so hodgepodge and so mechanical come out looking so flawless and give me such an experience? And faith for me sometimes is like that. Like sometimes you just know, okay, if I stand like this on my cue, well, that's going to work out. And if the director says go like this and put your head down, you know, I've seen the directors tell the actors, just tilt your head a little bit. Okay, now look straight ahead. There you go. Now give me some life. And then the actor does this, right? And they go, and I go, oh my God, that looks great on camera. Like I would have never thought that, you know, and, you know, behind the scenes, it's like, do that, do this, do this. And you think it's like, and then you have to act. Then you have to bring that character out. And that actor is so comfortable in having the faith. Oh yeah, yeah. I have faith in the director that he wants me to look good or she wants me to look good. So I follow. And when I don't have faith in the director and I go, well, let me do my stuff, then it becomes really tough. And I think life is calling us to have more faith in the divine and faith in all the knowledge that we have been given throughout time from children of the divine who have sent down messages and have left us with a kind of a, you know, with a blueprint, or they've given us some markers that we can follow. And I think because we haven't had faith in it as much, we're kind of in a quandary right now. things aren't really working out so great. Anyway, I've often felt for myself, when the feelings are true and right, it's magical. When the feelings aren't so true and right, I don't know, it's just chaos. Okay, so anyone has anything they'd like to share, and I'd be happy to address it before we close off. Antonia, thank you for submitting. Everybody, the Shift Summit and Music Festival begins on September 18th, which is right around the corner, to September 21st. There'll be over 300 presenters and musicians, and we're going to be premiering Kristen Hoffman's Om Shanti song, and we're going to be premiering Sister Jenna's new album with Grammy winner Ricky Cage. So it'll be the only time you'll see it there. We'll have some incredible individuals that will be sharing with a wealth of wisdom. But I know that the stage that I'm manning, which is the spirituality stage, it's definitely just going to be experiential and just insightful. So I'm especially enamored by the youth panel that will be on September the 20th. And it features Alison Stoner, who is Missy Elliott's prodigy and dancer, and she's an actor and a business owner, and she's just doing some great things. She was a superstar with the MVP, which she danced for Missy Elliott's song, and she was on Ellen this year, and she's just been doing really, really great. And then I have John Legend's nephew, Teda Prince, and he was fantastic. And then we have Yuji Wong, who's a child star in China. And the three of them, everyone, it was, like how we get inspired by Akshay when he says anything. And by the way, I haven't seen Akshay on for a long time. I hope he's not in trouble. He had gotten even his own email address. But anyway, these kids were like Akshay, and older ones too. And I'm looking forward to that stage. So I'm going to be manning the spirituality stage. So when you get the link, and you have to sign up on the link that Antonia has posted in order for you to get in, because you won't be able to get in any other way. So sign up for the link, and feel free to comment and share whatever will be your liking. And then I'm manning the spirituality stage on media. So we'll have Trina Wyatt, Bill Bennett, and Louis Gossett Jr. And we're talking about reimagining the world of media as we move into 2030. And we have keynote speakers. And then I'm hosting the interfaith stage with Bishop Carlton Pearson, Sister Genty, and Elaine Whitefeather. 3 eloquent voices, by the way. And again, they're really telling you stories of their lives, and we're going to be just having beautiful music. Karen Drucker is going to be performing Face of God. We will have Lucinda Drayton, who you've heard lots of her music from here. She's out of the UK, and she's going to be, she's offering one of her songs. So it's going to be really nice. We'll have Oyoko, who is from Hong Kong as well, and she'll be doing a beautiful violin performance through music. And I really hope you can all join us. It's been a very big mammoth of a project that we've been on, and we're pretty pleased with the outcome so far. So, okay, Rally show. I am really taking everything you teach and using it. I feel good today. Good for you, Rally girl. Go ahead, Alika. And may you always feel good, right? May you always feel good. Sometimes our faith wavers because we let go of the wisdom that we know to be true. It just happens. But it comes back to. There's always a point of wisdom that we grab a hold back on and go, yeah, I get it. So that's good. Okay, so let's close off with a nice little song and a meditation. And please remember, if you're in the United States or wherever you are, if you're around the voting period, please go out and vote. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. It's not my interest to do that, but participate as a citizen in your country and get more involved. Learn more about what's needed in your land and how you can help it. our friend who got a Human Rights Award, as I told you, my friend Princess Basma, she was been held in a Saudi prison for some while now, and we've been very disturbed by the fact that they won't release her for so long. So please send her your good wishes to have Princess Basma be released. And Paul Rusesabagina, you might remember Paul. I was very close with Annette Lantos. She was the wife and a Holocaust survivor of Tom Lantos of California. And when Congressman Tom Lantos, who was one of the longest running congressmen in office, he passed away a few years ago, they had began a foundation, a human rights foundation called the Lantos Foundation. And every year they would give a human rights award. And Paul had gotten an award from the Lantos Foundation for his courageous bravery during the Rwanda genocide. He was the one that saved so many lives at that hotel. And unfortunately, the government has also apprehended Paul, and for no particular reason. So he's been in prison for almost 10 to 15 days, and he's not giving any right for communications. So right now, there's so much going on in the world, and we need to have the faith that good will prevail, and that, you know, I just keep sending my pure wishes for people in positions of authority that I don't know, everyone deserves a chance to shine. And I think we all get our time, and I don't think we have to be greedy about anything anymore. I think we're in an environment that it's time for us to share our abundance, share our gifts, share our talents. So I'd like to take this time to send our good wishes to Paul. Amber, I don't know if you're watching. Amber Bobbin has been really helping a lot. But you can go online and look for Paul Rusesabagina from Hotel Rwanda, who was really the hero behind saving the lives of so many. And my wonderful BFF, Princess Basma bin Al-Aziz Saud. Hopefully we'll get her home soon too. So just let's have the faith that our humanity will turn itself around, and that our humanity will become good. Have a lovely night. Thanks for joining us this evening, and please take care of one another, and do some more meditation and yoga. Connect your hearts to God more. Ask Baba, ask God. You know, we call God Baba. Ask Baba, Baba, what do you want of me now? What do I need to do in these times? And how can you use me? How can you use me for your service? And Baba will respond. Have a wonderful night. Lots of love. Be well.
We find our nation on a precipice, true tipping point. Is this the moment that will finally change our country?
Trying to rain on the thunder. Tell the storm I'm new. I'ma rain on this bitter love. Tell the tweet I'm new.
It's not a broken system. It was built to function exactly as it is.
We must respond with bold action.
This is our country, too. We can build new systems that do what they should.
I'm a walk, I'm a march on the regular.
We are united. We are standing.
Follow away.
And we are going to fight this fight.
Freedom, I can't move. Freedom, cut me loose. I break chains all by myself.
There is something happening across this country.
When we work and when we fight and when we march and when we speak up and when we offer solutions, we win.
I'ma keep running because the winner don't quit on themselves.
It's always the right time to celebrate women and black women in particular.
It is an opportunity to show the nation and the world that we will act. It has been an inspiration. You have the choice, and it is that choice that gives you power.
Vote. Vote like your life depends on it, because it does.
That is what we need next. Action.
Hi everyone, it's Sister Jenna from America Meditating Radio. I hope you've been enjoying Wise-ish, which you can get live on Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube from 8:30 a.m. to 8:45. But you can also get it on demand 24/7. It's going to be your power boost for the morning. It's your daily dose for the soul. It's just going to encourage you to make the day that much more valuable. So join us. Looking forward to seeing you. Hi everyone, I'm Sister Jenna. Welcome to our special Zoom meditation segments. Look, it's no joke. Things are kind of weird. It's just weird. Pandemics, protests, job insecurity, global pause. Everyone's numb, but also everyone's searching. And they might be searching on this little gadget of Zoom in a little box. People from all over the world who don't know each other are coming together in Zoom rooms to figure out who they are, why they're here, and how to meditate. Meditation is something that we've often thought that if we make our minds empty, we've meditated. I don't believe that. I think it's important that we learn how to channel our thoughts in a right way that are connected to our vision, our goal, our spiritual attainments, our mental capacity. Then you're really meditating.
This healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Thank you for my health, Spirit. Thank you for my health. Thank you for my health, Spirit. Thank you for my health. My radiant, my radiant, my radiant health. My radiant, my radiant, my radiant health. Thank you for my life, Spirit. Thank you for my life. Thank you for my life, Spirit. Thank you for my life. My glorious, my glorious, my glorious life. My glorious, my glorious, my glorious life. Thank you for my wealth, Spirit. Thank you